Hey, what's up? This is Kurt. It's a beautiful day outside. It's sunny. It's about 65 degrees. And I've been working on the last few days, actually a couple weeks, cleaning up my reloading bench here, getting it all a nice organized area. And some of you saw some of it when it was a little bit messier, so you'll know what I'm talking about. I've got this poster from Hornady. It's pretty cool. It's got all the different calibers and it's just pretty neat. And hey, how'd you like to shoot that one? Look at that. 450 Nitro Express. Or how about that one? The 416 Rigby. I did a unboxing of this case prep tool the other day. It's made by RCBS, and you can see it's pretty big. Here's a 40 caliber shell to kind of give you an idea of scale. I mean, the thing is, it's pretty large. Here's a 308, so you can see the thing's pretty big, and which is good. So this tool is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I tried it out, kind of showed you what it did the other day. It's a case prep tool. Hornady actually makes one like this, but it has individual things. So you'd have to do this one, and then you'd have to do this one, and you could do this one. Oh boy, that would be a real pain. This thing has all of it. It has another spot here for one more item, although I don't know really what else you could put on there. So it does a fantastic job of prepping cases. Let me switch the focus here so we can get really close in. So look at that. I mean, it just does a really good job. It catches if you've got a shell that's maybe got a nick in it or a crack and you maybe didn't see it. It's kind of nice because you'll feel it when you're doing this. Puts a real nice finish on these, and then in the bin they go. Now, so I've got the case lube. I've got some air. I don't have an air compressor, so I've got the air canisters. Got the reloading Lee reloading manual. I've got which is really great. I mean, it's got let me show you what it's got in here. It's got you the powder type. It tells you what you should start at, and all kinds of really great things. It tells you the type. So like if you're using the H335 is what I've typically been using, and so it tells you what grains you have to have. So pretty nice manual. And if you're thinking of getting something for reloading, it's got every caliber that I can think of in there. I didn't see. I mean, there's some I just don't shoot, so I wouldn't know. Got the reloading video, which is actually a classic. You know, they've spruced it up in a nice case, but it's from the early to mid 70s on one video, and probably late 80s, early 90s on another video. And but all that said, it's a fantastic video. So I don't know what the price is. It doesn't say on it. This was one of our reloading club members let us borrow it, and it really is a good video. It teaches you a lot about the concept of reloading. Kind of gets you a little bit more excited about the precision side of what's involved in doing this. Now this is a 308. Let's see. It's a 308 shell, once fired, and it's cleaned and prepped. And I've used the case trim tool here. Actually, this one. Trim it down. Use a caliper. Make sure it's the right length. You know, examine it. Make sure there's no cracks or anything funny about it. And then it'll go into the press. I've already deprimed it on this press, and we'll be doing the rest of the loading on this press. This is the Hornady Projector. It's got the powder drop. One of the things I've noticed about this powder drop is I had trouble getting it calibrated for the longer cases like this, and also as well as the 223. They're not really much different in size. Something I'm doing is wrong. Not a big deal. I just said, you know what, forget it. I'll load the powder by hand. That's not a big deal. So, but it's got, you see this little arm that swings out here, right there, grabs a primer, brings the primer over, and as the shell comes back, it seats in there. But I don't have any large rifle primers. And there's a $25 hazmat fee to get primers and powder and whatnot shipped, so I'm waiting to place a large order of everything I need so I can pay that $25 once instead of paying it a bunch of times. Unfortunately, there's not a single store within even an hour's distance of here, so I got to do everything online, unless I basically want to pay the equivalent of shipping and a bunch of other expensive stuff. And so that's that. And then anyway, I'm gonna order some more stuff and keep things going. This is a 223 bullet by Hornady, and I've got brand new, never fired Winchester brass. Got 100 rounds of this, 100 cases. These cases, I've started to prime them and get them ready, and then I ran into a problem on the deburr, or no, sorry, the decapper die is a little bit old. I mean, it's been used a few times, I don't know how, but enough to that it's not flaring this enough. And so as a result, you can see how this one, let me see if you can see that. See how it's been kind of crimped down right there? It's been smushed. So it's the 223 bullet is .224 when you measure it on the caliper. The interior of this case, if you don't get it expanded, is .223. So it doesn't fit, and then you try and make it fit, it's not going to. So I'm looking at trying to figure out what the deal is with that. I've emailed RCBS, because that's what that particular die set is, asked them what gives, and if I'm correct in my assumptions that the decapper is the flare part of it is worn down and it's not flaring out enough. And if that's the case, I'm just going to buy a set of Lee dies, because I like both of my 308 and my 40 dies. So that's what it should look like when it's finished. Actually, that's what it should look like when it's finished. And it's you use your caliper, measure it out, and everything comes out great. But I've got different trays here for sorting the different brands of brass. I went out my first time, loaded up a bunch of 40 here, and this is my latest batch here. There's 53 rounds right here. And you all saw, or probably saw, the other video I had about what my results were on those. But one of the things I decided to do with the mixed brass was sort it, because I know that this Blazer brass is absolutely 100% consistent and reliable. I know the same for the Winchester. Where's the Winchester? I've got a bunch of Winchester, and it's in a, let's see, this is Federal. I don't know where I put the Winchester, but in any case, got a bunch of rounds of that. And oh, I know, that's what I loaded, Winchester over there. And then in that red box back there, I threw the rest of the shells. So let's see, I can't think. Oh, this mounted this down. This is another powder drop for the people that maybe wanted to do stuff a little more manual. No powder in it right now. And you saw the RCBS rock chucker. And then I picked these up. These are pretty cool. These are I don't know, it was $10 at the discount store, and it's a little piece of carpet that you would like glue down or tack down to a set of wooden stairs. Maybe add some more grip. And what I did was put them side by side on here, and I got about, I think, 10 of these. No, there's about 12 or 15 of these. And so when these wear out, get dirty, get whatever, I'll pull them up, throw them away, and I got a new batch. One of the other nice things is on this side, you can use it as for case lube. So you need to lube a rifle case, and because it'll get stuck in the dies, trust me. Here is an example of that, and you have to bust it out and cut it, and it's a big pain. So you have to lube them. This works really good for that. Actually, spray them down, lube them up, and then do whatever you have to do in whichever press you're using. And I think that's about it. So that's the latest on the reloading desk.